Hello, beautiful, and welcome back to Mother to Muse, the podcast where women remember who they are. I'm your host, Aviance, and this space was created for women who have spent so much of their lives being everything for everyone else. You know, the caretaker, the problem solver, the responsible one. But somewhere along the way, many of us forgot that our lives are meant to be experienced too. Here at Mother to Muse, we talk about returning to yourself, designing a life that feels beautiful, and stepping fully into the woman you are becoming. So, wherever you are right now, whether that's driving, cleaning, walking, or sitting quietly with yourself, take a deep breath and let's begin. Many women grow up believing that being responsible is the highest form of maturity. We are praised for being dependable, for being the strong one, for handling everything without complaining. And while those qualities are admirable, there is a quiet truth many women discover later in life. Responsibility can slowly become your entire identity. You stop being seen as a woman with dreams, and instead you become the person who keeps everything running. I realized that somewhere along the way, people stopped asking me what I wanted or how I felt, or truly, how am I doing? I started getting questions about the next thing to handle. What was I fixing? What I was responsible for? And eventually, I stopped asking myself what I wanted to. I became so identified with being dependable that I forgot I was still a woman with dreams outside of my survival. And for me, motherhood was one of the greatest responsibilities I've ever carried. Protecting my child, making sure he was safe, making decisions that would shape his life, that's a heavy burden. And responsibilities are real, yet necessary. But at some point, I realized that while I was showing up for everyone else, I had stopped showing up for myself. And that's an uncomfortable realization, because when responsibility becomes your identity, choosing yourself can feel strange or unfamiliar, sometimes even guilty. As mothers, daughters, partners, and caretakers, we become so used to carrying people that choosing ourselves can almost feel wrong, selfish. But constantly abandoning yourself is not love either. It's disconnection. Being responsible doesn't mean abandoning yourself. You can care for others and still build a life that includes joy, exploration, and growth. You can honor your responsibility without allowing them to erase your individuality. And sometimes the first step towards rediscovering yourself is recognizing that your identity is bigger than the roles you've been playing. It's time to take off that mask. You are more than what you provide. You're more than what you fix, more than what you carry. There is still a woman underneath those responsibilities, just waiting to reconnect with herself again. So today, ask yourself, what roles have defined my life for the past few years? Who am I beyond those roles? What parts of myself am I ready to reclaim? Now take your time with those questions, because you didn't get here overnight. Because many women have spent years introducing themselves through their responsibilities without even asking who they are underneath them. So I want to do this declaration. This is your permission. I release the belief that my worth is tied only to how much I can carry. I am allowed to exist beyond survival, productivity, and responsibility. I deserve a life that includes me too. Now, because transformation doesn't happen from just listening alone, it happens when you start speaking honestly with yourself. So after this episode, spend time reflecting on this. What parts of my identity exist beyond responsibilities? What version of myself have I neglected while trying to hold everything together? And what would it look like to reconnect with her again? And if you haven't already, make sure you download the Mother to Muse Companion Journal that you can find on my social media sites, so you can continue this journey beyond the podcast. Now, we like to end our episode with a Muse moment of the week. Reconnect with one part of yourself that existed before survival took over. Now, before you go, remember, you are not behind, you are not too late, you are simply becoming. And if today's conversation resonated with you, drop me a comment, subscribe, and like. Now wrap yourself in softness, love on yourself, and stand in your light. Until next time, that's Muse energy.